Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. I'm Jay and this is Tim.
And don't bother adjusting your volume. The hello was the only word that's loud. The rest is at a normal level.
That's right. A quick welcome to Thaiger Bites, where we get to address your comments and feedback from our shows on YouTube, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and the Thaiger Talk forum on the website. And now we get more and more videos from our viewers.
Who's first?
Today it's going to be Ron, Ton, and Cafe making another appearance from Buriram.
Good morning from Isan.
สวัสดีบุรีรัมย์
สวัสดีบุรีรัมย์
Pomron
ต้น
กาแฟ
and
จี
จี
โน่
โน่
we're all here after our fresh catch. In our mini ponds we have thousands of fish. Even though we're so far away from the sea, we still enjoy. Sawadee Kap.
Ron, Ton, and
Cafe.
Cafe.
Yes.
Cool name. Well, look, all we can say is that they're living the life.
They are living the life. Ron, I suggest you can also ask a question, by the way. So if you do have any questions, please, any relevant to the topics right now, we support questions at the show.
Or make a comment about something that you've seen on one of our programs. I mean, but we do love seeing about your amazing lifestyle, and we're all, I think we could say, pretty jealous.
Yeah.
Looking good.
All right.
Another one.
Yeah.
Hi guys, this is Larry. I have a question for you. I watch a lot of Thai TV programs on YouTube, and it seems like the ones I watch, all the youth are wearing shirts that have either English slogans or English lettering on them, unlike mine, which is in Thai. Is English that prevalent among the youth in Bangkok? Thank you.
This is an interesting one. I'm sort of thinking that a lot of the slogans you see on T-shirts and things, it's a bit of a cool thing at the moment to have them in English. It may be also that they see a broader market by printing things in English and then they can sell sort of outside Thailand. Remembering that there's only one country in the world that speaks Thai. That's Thailand.
Yeah.
I've also noticed on the posters that the activists drag to the protests and stuff and wave around, a lot of them are in English, or they're in English on one side and they're in Thai on the other. And I think that's a lot to do with trying to get sort of international attention to the things that they're mentioning. But that's my theory. What do you think?
Well, visuals definitely help. I think going along the theory, it's very shareable as well. Now, we live in a world where everything's dominated by social media. So even if you are, whether it's a news piece or a protest or a sign, I'm more likely to share it if I feel like I support their cause.
I was going to say, you've got, I'm not sure if it's English or what it is.
This is an explosion, a tiger explosion. That's what this shirt's going to be called.
Smile, happy.
Yeah. There's something there for everyone on this shirt. I couldn't make a decision, so I just went with all.
Itamar Raphael says, any negative health impacts from breathing in the loose fibres, talking about wearing face masks, which was a topic on Thailand News Today yesterday with Jet. Fed up with your channel, your drug pushers, and don't investigate the other side of the coin. Well, the truth is, Itmar, over the past nearly 2 years, the Tiger's been very careful to do its reading, see what's out there in the media, see what's being reported, and read the other side of the coin, as you mentioned. And at the end of the day, the other side of the coin to which you refer has come up short. And so we've decided to stick with a narrative that's got scientific backing and an overwhelming amount of evidence. So that's where we leave it as a responsible news organisation.
All right. My first comment is from Ray, and I think we both can talk about this. He says, Jay, is it easy to find clothes that fit in Thailand? I know you are taller than the average Thai. I'm in the Philippines, and even XXL shirts are small, and I'm not very tall in USA terms. Thank you for that comment, Ray. That is something I've actually struggled my whole life with, especially most of my adult life. I am a double XL, if not triple XL in Thailand, but in Europe, I'm an L. So
yes,
yeah, and even when I do find an XL T-shirt, because I'm 6'1", they're very short for me. They don't fit they don't really fit. It looks a bit absurd sometimes.
And Jay is very tall. I mean, he's sitting on the floor, and I'm standing on 3 boxes. So it's
Have you ever found size problems?
Yes.
Yeah.
All sorts of size problems. But let me talk specifically about, like, this shirt is an L, and I just bought it about 2 hours ago. Usually in shirts from the major stores, I'm an L or an XL. For underwear, if I go to Tesco, I'm a 2XL.
Yeah.
And, back in Australia, I'd be an M, and I was an M all my life, and I haven't put on that much weight since I've been here. So sizes are a funny thing. Shoes I find to be very accurate. Wherever you buy shoes, I seem to be, I'm a 42, wherever I go. But when it comes to clothes, I'd say just be careful when you're buying online, because you might find yourself sending stuff back quite often.
Shoes are great because of my shoe size. My shoe size are normally cheaper as well compared to more sizes like 8.5. I'm a size 11, so nobody wants a size 11 in Thailand, not much.
Alexander Dupont says those refusing to get vaccinated should own up to their BS and let Darwin take care of them anyway. Comment from Alexander. Do you want me to do another one?
Sure.
Quivering moist.
Okay.
Whatever that means. The fact that Prayut has the final say on what to do about Omicron, which will affect alcohol sales and therefore tourism, is frightening. Guy can't get out of his own way so far into his term. He's been around since 2014. 7 years he's been the Prime Minister, no matter what you think about the way he got to that position. So he is well into his term. Thank you, Quivering Moist.
Quivering moist, what a name.
The word moist just conjures up so many thoughts.
Yeah, moving on to Lord Quas, who says,
No.
do you think your shirts are crazy? Are you crazy? They sell these types of shirts in Primark all over the world. There's nothing crazy about them. Well, thank you for your comment, Lord Quas, but I guess it depends on the person what they find crazy. For example, I've lived in Phuket my whole life for 20 years.
Wearing lumberjack shirts.
Yeah, and yet I hate the beach. I don't enjoy the beach. I think it's too hot, it's sandy, seawater is not something that interests me. I don't like going to the beach, and I come from one of the most beautiful places on earth that people spend thousands and thousands to visit. So,
Jay, you're crazy.
Exactly. So I guess it's relative to the person themselves.
Yeah.
But these shirts might be crazy for people in different areas.
Yeah, but you've sort of embraced the colourful shirts.
Exactly.
Good on you. Scott Thompson, I've been screaming from the rooftops for 2 years that mask and mask policy are worthless. To your viewers who have attacked me, I say, ha, or suck it. Any mask that doesn't make a seal is not filtering anything. Well, Scott, you really need to have a read about the way that masks work. And it's not about sealing anything, but if you've been screaming that from the rooftops, I think he's been screaming loudly on our channel, you really just need to do a bit of reading about what face masks do, and go and have a read about why doctors wear face masks in hospitals. And it's not about sealing anything, but good on you for trying.
Right. Next comment here from Menno, who says, the red buses in CNX are called Song Tao, 2 benches. Translated, because they have 2 benches. Natty, how about a deep dive into the world of amulets? That is a great suggestion, Menno. Thank you.
There's 2 things there.
Do you know about the amulets, don't you?
Oh, yes. We did a bit of an expose on an amulet. There was a temple in Katu, Phuket, which was selling plastic amulets to Chinese tourists and fobbing them off as sort of, somehow important. And they were like 20 baht copies of the real thing, and they were charging up to like 20,000 baht for these, and they were being blessed by the local monk. It was a total scam. So yes, I'm on to amulets.
All right.
They can be worn around people's neck as sort of to protect them from
normally kids would parents would take their kids to get the blessing of the monks and get an amulet in a form of prayer for protection. Different people have different beliefs.
It's a Buddhist thing.
It's a Buddhist.
A Scuba D, whilst we're going through a number of trolls on today's comments here, masks are like Tim Newton, totally useless.
Rude, Scuba.
Thank you, Scuba D.
I
I think he just sits there thinking, what nasty thing can I say that I'm sure they're going to read out?
You even complimented him on his name the other day, Scuba D. So did I, Scuba D. We expected better from you.
I don't think I did compliment him on his name.
Maybe I did.
deny that.
Maybe I did. All right, Marcy Boy 641 says it's just a matter of time before Omicron is detected in Thailand.
Is it Omicron or Omicron?
Omicron.
Okay, you've got a definite answer on that one.
Yes.
I'm not quite so sure.
You think it's Omnicron?
No, definitely not Omnicron, but I would say Omicron.
That's what I said, Omicron.
You said I'm saying Omicron. You're saying Omicron.
Omi and Omi.
Potato.
Omicron. We'll go with that. Is it just a matter of time before it's detected in Thailand?
Well, you could probably argue, given the spread that's happened around the world so far, and given that the government are currently looking for, I think it was 783 African tourists that have arrived since mid-November, there is probably Omicron in Thailand. That doesn't mean that it's spreading. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's dangerous. My guess is that it's probably in Thailand, but I have absolutely no evidence about that. And neither do you.
Probably, possibly, but you can find out on the Thaiger.com.
As soon as we get anything confirmed, we'll certainly pass it on. But nothing has been confirmed at this stage.
Right.
Nikki Byrne writes to us saying Germany mandated FFP2 stroke N95. Once again, talking about masks, a lot about masks in today's program. This did nothing to affect cases and numbers went up. We can argue until the cows come home about the efficacy of the masks. But one thing is for sure, me personally, I will never ridicule, shame, coerce or force anyone into a medical intervention while hiding behind the excuse of public health. So Nikki has nailed his banner to the wall.
All right. Thank you for that comment, Nikki. My last comment from Sukanya McKean. Now, I've taken only part of the comment because Sukanya wrote an entire paragraph, so I'm sorry I can't read all of it, so it is out of context. However, Sukanya goes on to say, I still love the bus system in Thailand, but the bus, it's gotten old. It would be nice to see a modern one to catch up with standards today, because the way it looks right now, kind of run down and only can think of poor people who would ride them. Sukanya, thank you for the comment. Yes, the buses do, they don't look old, they are very old.
Oh, yeah.
And they are kind of beaten down, and they definitely do have some modern buses, but they're very limited to few buses with aircon.
They're as old as some of your jokes.
Yes.
But the
old as gold.
The red... We're talking about those sort of old red buses, most of them without windows.
Yeah.
They do look pretty old, and there's black smoke belching out the back. You would think that Thailand is ready for some like electric buses, some definitely air-conditioned buses to improve the quality, but they've got their value out of whatever they paid for those buses.
It is very what's the word? Affordable to use those buses to move about in Thailand. They are very cheap indeed. So, yeah, they help out a lot of people.
But unlike some methods of transport in other countries that have got like a nostalgic value, these have got no nostalgic value at all.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even make good renovations into motorhomes or anything.
It's gonna become a thing in the future. They're gonna make cafes and local buses.
That's right. Okay, this one is from Tyrone Shoelaces. Government trying to screw over the people. Watch Russell Brand's channel to learn the truth. You won't hear the truth on this channel, referring to the Tiger.
Okay.
Well, of course, if you want to get your truth from a comedian and actor, that's fine.
He's got great vocabulary.
And he's a great presenter, but I'm not sure if you... Well, look, again, if you want to believe what Russell's telling you, that's fantastic. Do I keep going?
Sure.
This is my last one. Steve Schertzer. who gets a bit of flack on the channel. He sort of goes after people who post alleged conspiracies and stuff. And then they fight back with him. Bit of an ongoing side war on the comment section. For those who are saying that the few patients in South Africa who were examined by that one doctor had only mild symptoms, thank you for admitting the vaccines are working since these few patients were vaccinated. So says Steve. So for those people who think we sort of favour one thing or the other, I think we've read a variety of different opinions today, some of us against what we do here. But we're here to try and show a representation of the comments that come into the Thaiger.
Right.
As long as you're commenting, that's fine.
With that, we're done with the comments. Thank you, Tim.
My pleasure, thank you.
Right, and thank you, Jason, behind the buttons, as well as Shai doing some editing there, looking
he
very
does
serious.
nothing for the entire program.
Who, Shai?
Oh, Jason, he sits there scrolling through his Facebook.
Yeah.
Doesn't look at the levels, doesn't change the cameras, just sits there.
I don't blame him. When he starts changing the cameras and becomes an active editor, people flame him. They say, what's wrong with the camera guy? He switches the camera so much, I'm about to throw up. And then when he doesn't do anything, we flame him.
Yeah.
So, sorry,
He deserves
Jason.
It. He deserves it.
Does he?
Yeah.
He probably
All the
does.
abuse you can get.
We love you, Jason. All right. Thank you. Thank you to all the viewers for watching the show. We hope you've enjoyed today's show. Please like, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any comments, once again, you can write them in the comment section below on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as the Thaiger Talk forum on the website. And send us a video. Ask a question. Or
send us a video. And what's the email address?
bites@thetiger.com. That is BITES, bites@thetiger.com.
And if I want one of these magnificent cups, what website do I get them from?
Well, Tim, let me tell you, they are now selling mug sets. So you can buy yourself a mug and a mate a mug, and you'll get free coffee as well, I believe, as a taster. So mug sets at thecoffeeculture.asia.
What a great idea for Christmas.
Coffeeculture.asia, and it's red and white. Support the cause.
Well, sort of brown.
Well, actually, I think these mugs are no longer available for purchase. Yeah, so they have different designs there, so check them out.
So these are now worth billions of baht because they were a collector's item.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you for everyone who's bought them. Thank you for Coffee Culture for sponsoring the show. All right, that's it. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.